Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Patriots coming in at 6-4, going up against the Dolphins, who come in at 8-2.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Winner. This is Mark Ingram, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
White will go in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. On third down, it's White, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he is going to field that one. Knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. But a great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets past one man. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Yeah, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where it would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The toss, Lewis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring it back It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
To the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. A deep ball for Ellington. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Let's go!
The drive starts with a run by White. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll send Parker in motion right. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This is White on the screen. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back to Foxborough after this. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Jones on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, Leopard! Leopard! Four down, check. Four down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll set up to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jordan Phillips in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? A second quarter score from down in Houston. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
White, the man in motion.
Back down in that Philly. Here we go. All right now. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. Here's Jones. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2nd down now after the pass completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. New England on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for New England. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down, just 1 yard to go. Here's White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Toss. Here's White. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now White. Oh, he shifts past him. And some space here. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
New England on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Darr now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kevin White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Elsewhere, a third quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Hurry up, here we go. 52's the fight, boy. 52.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Tighten up, tighten up. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hey, I need one over here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he fires one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down now after the incompletion. Now a carry for White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go!
They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Again, it's Lewis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Back now in Foxborough. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now.
This is Lewis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run with White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
3 down. All right, here we go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a toss play. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Boyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Now let's go! 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. This D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They find some open field here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And Bullock will put this one through. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They try again with Lewis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jordan Phillips. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run with Lewis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Lewis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backward. back to the 33.
Every year I go to the combine,